My grandmother was 12 years old, and my grandfather was 17 years old when they got married. She had her first child at 13 years old, at her age. By the time that she was uh, 17, oh, by the time she was 28 years old, they had 11 kids. And that was back in the turn of the century. No washing machine, everything done by hand, hanging on the line, you know, and let's see, 5 girls and 6 boys, I think it was.
Did you meet them all? Did you know them?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, they're from Graham.
Billy Graham, yeah. They first lived down in the river bottoms, down near Pond River. They built a cottage down there, a little house, and you could hunt and fish. I don't know what all my grandfather did on my mother's side. Mama never worked out in public. She was too busy raising kids, and she wasn't as big as your fist. I'm talking about her. Her wrist was about two fingerprints, 2 fingers wide. She was such a small lady, and, but she produced some big, strong men and fat women. But she was a loving woman. She loved her grandkids and her kids. She was little, but she wasn't afraid to lay the straps across you. And uh, Papa, he always raised a big garden.
And what was his name?
Uh, Eli,
Eli.
Eli,
Eli Forrester.
uh, Eli Stewart.
Oh, she married Stewart. Okay, all right. Eli Stewart.
Sure, yeah. And her name is Leela.
Eli and Leela.
Yeah, Eli and Leela.
Okay.
And uh, what was I going to say? The twins were born uh, real close together. I'm talking about hours. But there was a lot of family growing. Uh, Papa and Mama had 11 kids, and I don't know how many the other families had. Uh, my mother's twin sister had Ray, Nancy, and Becky. I think three kids.
Right.
And mom had two. And the other parts of the family, they had bunches of kids. We had plenty to play with. And uh, we slept where we could find a place to sleep. And
what do you mean?
well, there were so many families, that we stayed with a lot of different cousins and aunts and uncles, you know, and so we uh, not too many had a nice home. Uh, my mother's brothers, they had fairly nice homes, but my dad, my mother's folks lived in town. My dad lived out in the country on a dirt road. We had a 15-acre farm that we uh, rented. So we had a big pond with fish in it, and a lot of squirrels on the property, and rabbits, and so we did a lot of hunting, and that was a lot of our meat food chain. And oh, we had cousins by the dozens, and my uncle lived about a city block away, and he had 8 boys. His oldest boy married a girl that had 8 sisters, and so the place was busy.